Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Advanced Wars, not Days of Ruin, Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn on the north side as the Blue Moon Andy. We got Sperum, butchered that name well enough. Spawn on the bottom left side as the Pink Cosmos, Rachel. We have a pig, a conquistador's best friend. I suppose in this case that would be Javier, but it is playing Rachel. On this map, there's of course Fogward. You have a couple bases and airports on the map. So 3 bases, 2 airports. Oh, 3 bases, 1 airport, 1 port, which probably won't see much usage. At most, it'd be a battleship, but overall, maybe some lander play. But more look at it, not really as well. That space is isolated. There's no shores along these bases, at least ones that matters. So yeah, don't know the real purpose of this port other than if you want to build an aircraft carrier or battleship. I suppose that's mostly meant for grit. And yeah, that's about it. This is a lab map. Both the labs are in the corners. And of course one in the center of the map. Got comm towers in the center of the map as well. Both players also do have a city at the corner of the map to buy a little extra income. There's no way to capture it. Not even with a T-copter. There's no shores or space to unload from. Though there is a reef there, which could make a difference. Probably not. Either way, let's go ahead and get started. Not too many day-to-days can make good usage. Either player can make good usage on this map. Rachel's +1 repair can be nice, and Andy has nothing. Rachel's day-to-day increased repair is one that's actually hard to make value off of, because most of the time you generally don't want to pull back units, get repaired on up, but the times you do pull back a unit or two, 3 health is a significant amount. Healing up a 3 health unit to 6 health makes it actually a bit more of a usable unit. Especially seeing a lot of units, once they get wounded, they get sent down to 5 health. Means a 6 health unit, say, or another 5 health unit to be brought back up forward, means you can still make use of the unit. Though it's not exactly a guarantee, it's situational, and let's see if these situations arise. And in comparison, Andy is sort of interesting. The extra healing as his abilities is somewhat hard to actually make a good value out of. At least his hyper repair provides +2 healing, which across the entire map. It's actually a bit difficult to make good use of that. I mean, most of the time either stuff is alive or dead, and 2 health doesn't really make a big difference. Hyper upgrade gives +5 healing, +10% attack, and +1 movement, so definitely more of a superpower user than a power user, to say the least. While in comparison, Rachel is also more of a superpower user. Her power provides up to +39% luck, which can be useful, but also luck is luck. Unless it's Nell, you don't really make use of luck, or Flack in Jugger. Rachel's not the luck person. Even though it is the same name of a superpower. In comparison, Nell, if I'm reading this correctly, also is, one's called Lucky Star, one's Lucky Lass. 39% versus 59%. Yeah. Nell can make use of luck. Rachel, not so much. I think Flacco would be a better luck CO. Either way, we do have recons spawned on both sides. Blue has gone for double recon. Pink's gone for 1 recon, 1 tank. And the tank's actually pretty far forward already. So, Rachel's tank should be quite useful. Let's see, any other conversation piece while the game is progressing? No, I suppose about the initial capturing stuff. Andy has pushed pretty far south, skipped a lot of properties here. So, Andy does have a presence down south, but this is likely going to get interrupted. Andy's recons are pushing pretty far forward as well. Not seeing anything either. He only sees 2 units on the map of his opponents, and that's just an infantry unit at the edges. This recon living in the center of the map is seeing nothing. And of course, that sound bug. I don't know why. Sometimes I get sound bugs like this. I think it's more related to the dual strike COs, but I'm not really sure. Like, why did the sound just cut out there? Oh well. Tank gets a good shot, interrupts the capture and picks off the infantry unit. Nice early picks there for Pink. Recon and anti-air. Usually I've been told you want to get anti-air out before day 10 because chances of battlecopters are very likely. Battlecopters are very good. But Andy's not even started capturing the airport because guess what? He does not know what an airport is. Don't tell me he's purposely going to skip airport because of that. That's just a meme. You don't have to live up to the memes. Recon does spawn the recon. I have a feeling the recon will win. Okay, he skips the airport again. Rachel's capturing up her airport. Andy does not know what an airport is. Tank, infantry, infantry. And sounds really bugging out. Maybe if I were to stop tunes and restart it. That just made it worse, didn't it? Now it's just straight up not working whatsoever. Let me bring up the other tune ones. This may have a bit off sound. Yeah, that's bugging out a little bit. Let me make sure. Get this copied into a new tab. Firefox not responding. Oh boy. Yep, Advanced Wars by Web. It's unstable site. Let's just close that out. Oh yeah, there's Age of Empires 3 loaded up. There we go. Okay, hopefully this makes it a little buggy. Sorry about that. Capture multiple sectors there. Not sectors, properties. Got too much Couple Heroes on my brain. I am a Couple Heroes too, mod maker for those who don't know. Anti-air and tank making his way up north. Tank, infantry, infantry. Nice thing about the Days of Ruin alternative, Tiny Wars. Tiny Wars, I have had no issues. I feel like Tiny Wars overall performs much better as a site and an experience overall. More infantry being put on the field. This property here has not been obtained either. Right now, Rachel does. Actually, no, Andy has a 3,000 income lead, so he's doing great at income, but I think the lack of airports is going to bite him real soon. Tank's getting some good strikes there. Free pick of infantry, and with our cast division, we know it is going to be a free pick, though that capture will be interrupted. Multiple properties captured up, so Rachel just now went up to 20,000, so she just captured 5 properties. And Andy's currently capturing up none at the moment. So Andy missing these 2 properties back here is going to be a problem. Plus he does not have the comm tower as well, which will start adding up as the game go longer. After all, with a comm tower capture, your unit's effectively 5% more effective, 10% more firepower, 0% more defense, average without 5%. Capture gets interrupted. Of course, Rachel does have 2 tanks in the region. Andy has 1 tank. So far, Rachel should be just fine. In fact, if she pushes forward this recon, she could scout out the tank and then maybe able to retaliate upon it. Get some good shots there. Rachel does lack a tank up there. Is this one gonna be out of range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, should be in range of that tank. So it is on her property. And we'll be firing from 0 defense stars. Piss off that one. Gets a good shot there. Finish off that one. Interrupts the lab capture. Finish off that one. Tank on recon. Gets a good strike there. Falls back. Recon gets a good strike there. Spots the tank. Should probably focus on the tank. Though a fog of war maybe not a good idea because we do see a couple of tanks lurking in the background. It would be double tapped, wouldn't it? So it'd probably be a good idea not to hit that tank. Strikes the tank. Because we know this tank can get over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one could reach, but this one will not be able to fire support. So this could receive a first strike from this tank and then follow up with this one here. But you have to move. No, this one should be able to get to right there and then follow up with this one. More infantry push way forward, battle copter making his way up north. And he has neither an anti-air nor an airport. But what is an airport? You know, it may be a good idea to pop a hyper repair at the current rate with how much, if he's able to squeeze it out. Enough units are damaged, I think actually would warrant a hyper repair. But it looks like he will not be able to squeeze it out. Medium tank now floating in the field. But I think there's an argument for a hyper repair relatively soon. There's enough units damaged. And this tank could engage this tank and then hyper repair to restore its health. But with that other tank in the region, perhaps not. Though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe yes. Go for a bunch of small strikes and then repair up the damage. There's actually an argument made for a hyper repair this turn, I would say. Is it a good argument? No, probably not, because it's coming from me. Right now, Rachel's threatening a couple of, at least one of his opponent's property. Doesn't look like there's possible interrupt, though. This 2 health, potentially 4 health, could be used for interrupt. Looks like there's gonna be no hyper repair. Like I said, if it's coming from me, it's probably a bad idea. Gets a good strike there. Oh, did he ever have vision, this tank? I thought it was in vision range. Maybe not. Rachel's supporting fire is almost available as well, or covering fire. Which could cause pretty big issues. I think it's somewhat hard to space out the damage, but 3 missile silos to strike on the ground would be quite devastating. Though could hit this tank. But if it hits sort of a backline group, then a hyper upgrade could restore the health loss. Medium tank versus recon, that's a pretty easy hit. Superpower by Andy. Now he has to be I would not to get it pop before at the beginning turn or after. Superpower there. Where did that all land? I see some damage here. I'm assuming the fog of war is preventing me from seeing what's going on. Because it seems like there's a disturbing lack of damage on the field. Yep, there's damage. You can see 1 missile struck here, 1 missile struck here, and I think 1 struck right around here. Superpower or wait a little bit? and take some damage first. Immediately. Also, one movement is probably a very important part of the superpower. A little bit extra damage always is nice as well. And it all gives plus 10% attack, nothing too significant. He's supposed to be the starter CO of the entire series. But honestly, plus 10% attack on everything is quite nice. You don't have to worry about what units you have on the field. It'll affect everybody quite well. And plus 1 movement speed on all units is also very nice as well. In fact, plus 1 movement speed on infantry is always nice to have. And many COs who provide plus damage usually excludes infantry units, whether it be positive or negative effects. Anti-air artillery and infantry. I think Andy is a good example of a good starting CO. You don't have any negatives to play around with, and the power and superpower is pretty straightforward. Units are wounded, heal them up. Your superpower, your units are very wounded, heal them up. And here's a little bit extra firepower and movement to give you a little extra pushing power. Nothing significant, nothing crazy, but very good generalist superpower and power. Nice, easy CO to comprehend. Though it feels like Rachel's doing quite well. When she invests her money, she should have 110,000 unit value. Andy right now, after his income, is struggling to hit 80,000. So he's down by 30,000. So he's down by a turn and a half, which is a bit of a problem. A full turn means you're a full turn behind, at least. Maybe at this point in time, you can probably safely consider 2 turns behind. Get some damage across the front line, then score any kills. At least they can be used as meat shields and just cause issues. That turn felt awfully short to me. Did Andy just capture his airport? I just realized that. He is living up to the reputation now, is their Andy reputation. Uses the battle cop to finish off the infantry. It may be better to use the recon. Recon, of course, is good vision. Having it pushed forward wouldn't be half bad. Maybe, I don't know, maybe even having the tank be right here, let the battlecopter and the recon take it out, let the tank push forward with a slower movement speed, then just charge for the recon spot for the tank. Not sure. Now here's a question for the YouTube comment section. What would you push attack the infantry with? Battlecopter between these 3 units. What 2 units would you utilize? I think there's an argument made for any 3 combination. You want to have your recon unit in a good position, or your 2 powerful combat units. Medium tank will be harder to push for deal with if it gets pushed forward. Battlecopters has a very specific counters, can annihilate instantaneously if you choose wrong, but still provide good firepower and mobility. And the recon is the least powerful, but provides a very necessary tool in vision. We got a transport copter deployed by Rachel. Battlecopter goes down. Andy's pushing pretty... Now here's another conundrum question. Would you attack the 1 HP tank or the infantry unit on the property? Honestly, I have no idea. I would think it'd be hit better the infantry unit on the property. What else? But 1 health tank can still cause so many issues. Whether it be, remember as well, Rachel. Rachel has the increased repair, so 1 health tank can be brought back, get filled up full after 3 turns, as opposed to 5 turns in normal CO. So with Rachel's passive, there's maybe a bit more of an argument for the 1 HP tank. I'll leave that, guys, up to you guys. If it was anybody else other than Rachel, I would say it's probably better to hit the infantry unit, but since it's Rachel, yeah. I think the advanced increased repairs does actually warrant perhaps focusing on the tank. Taking out some of Andy's outlying infantry, he's lacking a significant amount of infantry now on the front line, so it means he's going to have no capping pressure, even if he does push forward. Andy does have decent value in the field, but it's contained to a handful of units. Though this does get updated when it's that player's turn. So right now, Rachel's has approximately 126. Triple tank. Andy right now is, with his unspent money, will have close to 116. So he's actually only not too far behind at the moment. But his unit count is half his opponent, and infantry is a critical unit. After all, like in real life, how you win wars is not necessarily fighting with the best units, taking out their best units. It's all about supporting your own infantry units to capture and occupy territory, and having the various tools support their advance and aiding their advance and easing their advance. Rachel now has her power available, which could be an argument to pop it. After all, it would improve her luck damage by 40%. And remember as well, having higher firepower, such as passive 10% attack and defense from the power, does multiplicatively apply to luck damage. So that luck damage is actually improved slightly more thanks to it being a power and being activated. But it looks like she's just going to charge forward, get some good damage. And he has his hyper repair available. And everything's disintegrating. There are 3 battle copters in the formation. The anti-air will take out one. The 5 health one could get repaired up to 7 health, and then perhaps take out another. And he does have a good number of tanks down here, which could push forward this way quite well. But there's enough infantry here to stall out, and additionally, we do have some properties being captured. So Andy's losing some ground, and the income advantage already zipped by 3,000, which is important. Though this will be evened out here as well. Maybe leave to me tanks down, or artillery pieces here. I of course have more bias towards battle copters, but defensive artillery can be quite nice. Put them in forest, and they will get a pretty good shot off. And now Rachel has her superpower. Trap. Shot there in infantry, not important. I really want to see 2 missile strikes right here to damage these tanks. Andy's superpower could help nullify Rachel's superpower, but the grounds gained is another matter. Let's see where it lands. Could hit the tank here. I wonder, Sturm's meteor has to target a unit and then splashes around it, calculating from there. Von Bolt's Ex Machina can strike the ground and then project out from there when determine the location to attack. Can't remember if Rachel's has to attack a unit. Guess we'll find out. Oh, I thought I hit the next button thing. It was going to be a capture city or superpower, but it happened to be capture city. Come on. There it goes. So none down here. Okay. So 1 truck around here, which of course anti-air will be easy pickings. The battle cops can probably take out the tank, but they must have been hit pretty hard back here. Probably 1, maybe 2 here. It also does, there's like one of those rockets missiles or is HP missile, so it might have struck around here. Easy pickings. Easy pickings. Multiple properties now being... Yeah, that was a horrible idea. Artillery gets a good strike there. Remember, Rachel does not get improved luck with her superpower. She only gets improved luck with her normal power. Oh yeah, I have the CO list to my right. Rachel's missiles. Missiles target the opponent's greatest accumulation of foot soldiers HP, unit value, and unit HP in that order. So the foot soldier one must have landed over here. Oh yeah, seeing the battlecopter's not wounded, so it has to land over here. Actually, it may have both of those land over here, because I only saw one confirmed missile strike there, so I think the other two are over here. Let's see if I'm right. Stealth? Okay, now that's just like I win button. Oh, it did strike back here. So one of them did strike back here. They were at 6 health. Wait. What's... Okay, they were... okay, there's been a replay bug because we almost saw that. So it looks like 2 of them did land right there instead. Whoops. Good strike there. Tank hitting anti-air. Plus 1 movement. Gets a good strike there on the tank, but her own superpower, of course, gave her a little bit extra defense to withstand the attack. Anti-air, tank, and infantry. Camouflage there. She may need to get out APC to refuel the stealth fire. It drains fuel really quickly. Did not take on the medium tank there. Probably did someone deal with a plus 10% defense and plus 20% firepower. I don't know, I was half expecting that battle copter actually be shot down there. Infantry units pushing up north, maybe start threatening the northern labs. Apparently, actually, Rachel did capture that lab, wasn't paying attention to it. Either way. So, if capturing this lab would have resulted in game over for Andy. Multiple artillery pieces straight forward. Good wall there. Neo tank, infantry. Neo tank's increased mobility is going to be very useful to help reinforce the front line. Trapped. And seeing the medium tank that trapped them, it's like, yep, game over. And I don't think you even saw the stealth bomber yet. Either way, there's Angrade saying, thanks for watching, and on to the next replay.